I guess I'm looking at you, yeah?
Yes,
Not
please.
the camera.
Uh,
Dla montażu łatwiejszego też.
uh-huh.
Okay.
Them.
Yeah.
Swap. If I can start by asking you if you can just introduce yourself. So, what's your name? What's your role? And how long have you been working here for Mercedes?
Yeah, no problem. My name is Rob Thomas. I'm the Chief Operating Officer. I've been here for 13 years now. It's a long time. My responsibilities are quite broad. I look after all the operating parts of the company, so from design release all the way through manufacturing, purchasing, build, test, and then ultimately to make sure the cars get to the 24 races around the world.
Sounds like a lot.
It keeps me busy.
So, how does your day look like in the factory?
My day is very varied. The first things I always do in the morning is to make sure that everything's where it should be, because there's always something going on in the factory. Either it's a new car program or we're doing upgrades for the season. So just to make sure everything's where it should be. And then I spend my life mainly in meetings, like a lot of people seem to do. But that's checking, again, making sure that not just what's happening now, but also in the longer term, we're planning for the future as well.
Seems like a dream job. What's your background?
I'm an engineer by background, but I've done many different things. I did an apprenticeship when I was young and then spent 5 years working in the North Sea on oil rigs, learning how to drill for oil. I then went into automotive, went to aerospace, and came to Formula One 18 years ago. I spent 5 years in our engine division in Brixworth, high performance powertrains, and then came here, as I say, 13 years ago.
Aerospace.
Aerospace. Yeah.
Seems like it's a common thing to move from aerospace to motor racing.
Aerospace has got some similarities because the volumes are low and the complexities are high. But even then, coming from aerospace to Formula One, what it doesn't prepare you for is the speed of change. In Formula One, things are changing so quickly all the time. Aerospace takes a lot longer. So you do get some preparation, but there's always a shock when you first come into Formula One.
How many people work here?
There's about 1,200 people, that sort of number, spread across different areas. It's split roughly 50% technical, 50% operational, and then we have all of the support areas like HR, finance, commercial, etc.
Do you remember how many nationalities you have here?
I really don't, but I imagine it's in the 30, 40. We recruit people from all around the world. It's one thing that we do look for is we look for the best people. So in every area of the company, you'll find extremely skilled people, from the guys who are in the machining areas through to the aerodynamicists. They're really good at what they do. And that's the sort of base requirement. What then differentiates us, I think, or try to differentiate us, is the teamwork, is the values, the behaviours that we work really hard on to try and create this really strong team that we have.
You're now in a completely different position compared to a few years back. How has it changed the spirit inside the team?
It has been a change. We had 8 years of success and we all enjoyed that. But it can't last forever. And as you say, for the last 18 months, we haven't been winning. And it's something we always talked about. We talked to those 8 years and said, well, what happens when we don't win? Because lots of people have joined the team. And there's actually probably 400 people joined in the last 12 months or so. And if you go further back, probably 60% of the team had never lost a championship. So then it happened in 2021, and we were sort of thinking, well, how will we react? What's been great is that the behaviours that we built and the teamwork is actually held us together really strongly. And what you have in the team at the moment is a real sense of determination, as we don't like being where we are. We just got to work hard together, and it is hard work to get back to where we want to be, but it's really pleasing to see the team has stayed so strong and probably got even stronger actually.
So what's more difficult from your perspective, to stay on top as you did for 8 years in a row, or to try to get back to the top?
Very, very hard to say. I think the thing in the situation today is the chasing is quite enjoyable. It's like that hunt almost. We are behind and there's a clear target to go for. And I think that's motivating for people. They come in each day after each race, see where they are, and it just galvanizes the effort. So I'm actually personally quite enjoying it. I don't enjoy losing at all, of course, but I'm enjoying the fact that we've got to get better. And it just forces us to look at everything in great detail and chip away until hopefully we can get back to winning again.
As you said, you're in charge of all the process here. What's the most difficult part of what you do?
I think the most difficult part is managing the change because nothing is stable. It's because we have to.
Stop real quick.
Sorry.
Just need to check something with the mic. What's up? This one, right?
Yes, yes.
Is that one? This is all the way up, and you'll try to turn down.
Maybe it's okay, but.
Check, check. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check.
Thank you.
So if you can start over with.
If that would be in the middle of a race, there'd have been trouble. I forget the question you asked me. Actually, what was it?
What's the most difficult part about the process?
Ah, yeah. I think the most difficult thing that we have to manage is the change. Cause everything is so unstable all of the time. We can put our plans together, but we know that then they will change within minutes. So it's getting people used to being uncomfortable, because people want to be in a situation where it's quite stable. They know what they're doing, and that isn't our world. So as long as you can get used to that, say being uncomfortable with the instability, it's sort of fine. But you never quite know from day to day what you're going to be doing.
I know that everything here is pretty much top secret, but I hope that you can show us around just a bit.
Absolutely. I'd love to show you the place.
Let's go then.
Okay.
Opa. Super. And now we go back to the reception.
Yeah.
And we, down and then to
Outside.
the other building.
The other way, okay, we can turn off.